All right, into the second section. So at the end of the first section, we did the push, double upward block, cross wrists, and close. Usually at the end of the first section, if we're finishing the first section, we're going to rise up as we do the close. If you've sunk down throughout any of the form, you're going to rise up to the Wu Chi position height. That doesn't mean locking the knees, that just means Wu Chi position height, okay? If we're going into the second section, we don't want to rise up. We want to stay sunk down. So at the end of the push, double upward block, cross wrists, and close right here, we stay sunk down. When we go into the second section, this now becomes apparent close or supposed close. So we begin the second section in this posture. The first move in the second section, it's a two-part move. It's called Embrace Tiger and Return to Mountain. So let me run through it once. From the beginning of the second section or from the end of the first section. Embrace Tiger. And return to mountain. All right, so let's deal with that in two parts. We'll deal with Embrace Tiger first. So Embrace Tiger, once again, let me do that for you. Embrace Tiger. It's like I'm wrapping my arms around the torso of a big tiger. You can imagine a big tiger here. And that's Embrace Tiger. For Embrace Tiger, first thing we want to focus on is the feet. So at the end of the first section, we end up with our feet pointing straight ahead, straight to the north. If we're facing north at the beginning of the form, that's going to be north, that's south, east, and west, okay? So we end up with both our feet pointing straight ahead. The first thing we want to do, shift the weight to the right foot, pick up the left heel, and then turn, spinning out the left heel. So we get to this place where we're kind of knock-kneed, but we want all of our weight in the right foot. And then we're going to shift to the left foot. So right now, my feet are kind of in a T position, more like this, okay? So once again, shift to the right foot, turn. When I turn, I'm turning my hips and my heel is swinging out because I'm turning my hips. So I go into this awkward kneed position for a moment here and then shift the weight back. I want to go from 100% weight to 100% weight. That's important for your knees, okay? And at this point, we're holding the tiger, embracing the tiger. So a couple notes on the knees. First of all, when I turn, I want to make sure my knee stays pointing straight ahead. So I get really knock-kneed here for a minute, but I don't want to twist my knee. This is really bad for the knee. So we want the knee pointing straight ahead, okay? Also, as we're doing this, we want to make sure all the weight is on this foot. If all the weight is on this foot, then being knock-kneed is not a hard thing to do. It's not really hard on the knees. If I go to 50-50 weight here, this is going to be really tough on the knees, okay? Because I'm putting pressure on both knees and they're both pointing inward. But if I stay here, I can keep this knee aligned and the knee stays good. Likewise, when I shift the weight, I want to go from 100% weight all the way to 100% weight. I don't want to pause here. So I come back to 100% weight, knee is pointing in the same direction as the toe, and then from there I can bring this foot in. All right, so let's go through this with the arms now. End of the first section. Embrace tiger, shift the weight to the right foot, turn, left heel swings out. As the heel swings out, my arms are going to circle around the tiger It's as if the tiger is standing here next to me, and it's as if it's a really big tiger. And then shift the weight to the left foot, arms wrapped around the tiger. Okay? Next move, return to mountain. It's really all part of the same move, but it's usually broken up into the two parts. So return to mountain. Right foot comes in, and then it's going to step out with the toe pointing at the back diagonal. So if that's north, that's south, that's east, we're going to point the toe to the southeast. And from here, right arm sweeps out. Okay? All right. So with Embrace Tiger, let me do this from a few different directions so you can see the whole thing. So first from the front, shift, turn, embracing the tiger, feet in T-stance, shift the weight, and then we'd be going into return to mountain. Let me do it facing this way. End of first section, embrace tiger, heel swings out. Notice the tiger is next to me, not in front of me. And then I shift the weight and the foot can come in. Let me do it facing the back. End of the first section. Embrace tiger, heel swings out, shift the weight, and bring the toe in. And now I'll do it facing this direction. End of the first section. Embrace tiger, shift the weight, heel swings out, wrapped around the belly of the tiger, shift all the weight, foot comes in. Okay? All right, so now let's go from embrace tiger to return to mountain. So return to mountain, so far in the first section, we've only gone to the three of the four cardinal directions. We've only gone on the straight lines and the 90-degree lines. And return to mountain is going to face off at a diagonal. We're going to be facing the southeast. Okay? So after embrace tiger, I'm going to get into this a little bit more in a moment, but to do a bow stance to the southeast, I've got lines on the patio pavers here, okay? So let me come back to here again. Boom, boom, okay? I want my right heel to land on this north to south line, but with the toe pointing to the southeast. All right? So let me go right from the beginning. I'm going to try and get this so my foot's lined up on this line. End of the first section. Embrace tiger, heel swings out. Wrap the arms around the tiger. Toe comes in and then steps out. Heel on the north-south line, toe pointing to the southeast. As I shift my weight to the right foot, 100% weight when I'm all on the back foot, only to about 70% weight on the front foot. As I shift my weight, right arm sweeps out, left hand down. Okay? This is return to mountain. Let me go through that again. From end of the first section, embrace tiger. Heel swings out, wrap the arms around the tiger. Right foot comes in and then steps out, toe pointing to the southeast, shift the weight. So this arm is connected to the body. It's the turning of the body that's sweeping out. Right arm sweeps out, left hand down. Return to mountain. Okay? One note. Okay, one note about the stepping in this. So if I'm here, I come here. Now it would be very easy but a little bit lazy to just let my leg swing out around here. okay? But I don't have another person to show you this, but this, the martial arts application of this is me, somebody's arm is here, I'm gonna grab their arm, reach under their arm, and then turn them over my leg, okay? If I do it from this angle, you can kind of see. Grab their arm, their torso is here, I'm gonna reach under their arm and then turn them over my leg so they fall over the leg, okay? But this now becomes their leg. So if I'm in Embrace Tiger, if they step here with their foot, if I try and just sweep my leg over, I'm going to trip over them and fall. It becomes very important to bring the foot in and step behind them, okay? So if they step way behind me, which is much more likely to happen here, okay? So their foot's down here, swing out, I'm going to step in, step out here, and then I can sweep them over my leg. Okay? Hide the prop. So, let's go through the whole thing again. End of the first section. Embrace Tiger. Return to mountain. Foot comes in, steps out on the north-south line, toe pointing to the southeast. Return to mountain. All right? Let me do that from different angles now. From the side. End of the first section. Embrace Tiger. Return to mountain. From the back. End of the first section. Embrace Tiger. Return to mountain. And from the other side. End of the first section. Embrace Tiger. Return to mountain. All right. So that is Embrace Tiger, Return to Mountain.